Being outdoors is very special. I think that when you see stars at night and you smell the underbrush and the trees, and you just the sound is very different than an urban environment. What I did not realize, though, was that I assumed that everyone was able to do that. And it wasn't until I became an adult that I realized that a number of young people had not experienced the outdoors. A number of people had not experienced beyond the bounds of our 7x7 square mile city and county. And so I would volunteer. And in particular, I focus on the activities that would allow for the experience for individuals, and typically children of color. And I'll say my Black, brown, brothers and sisters that were not able to experience or hadn't even thought about it, hadn't been out of the city. And I thought that that's how I can impact their life today, to show them that you are a part of this community, and this community is greater, larger than you can ever even imagine. I think of Recreation Park within a physical space prior to me working there, because I was the gym rat. And my first official job, if you will, was a summer recreation program, it's called, where we, at the park, the recreation center, our gym was central. It's like the extension of the backyard. That's where you met people and you engaged, and you begin to, the seeds are planted that you can achieve. What are your dreams? What are your thoughts? And so with that, well, let's pursue. And part of that pursuit was, well, what is the mark that you're going to leave on the community? What is your value? And the value that I found was, frankly, through academics, and then from academics out in the workplace. I'm not just a theoretician. I'm hands-on. I like to work. And what I mean by that is, work for me is service. So I say that I'm fortunate to work in municipal services, but it's really public service. And so when I was I was in a planning department. I'm also an AICP planner, and I was able to matriculate through that field and became a director of the planning department, then became a director over an environmental services department and building group. And all that is interacting with the public. And by interacting with elected officials, you begin to understand the significance of what creates a viable community. And I was always drawn back to the recreation and park space for the simple reason that at the end of the day, how do we create healthy, vibrant, and sustainable communities? And we can either do that on our entitlement side with all of our general plans and zoning text, or you can affect people daily. And that is the impact that Recreation and Park has. When you begin to create physical spaces within communities, that I think is an impact, because that's beyond the work that you do, and I think that's lasting. I think that parks and recreation is moving in a direction in which our elected officials, from the White House on down to our local city council, understand at a much deeper level significance of our open space, of our physical space. And physical space in this sense means not just the air that we breathe, but do we create spaces for people to interact? Do we create spaces for people to engage in activities? And those activities may be outside or inside. It may be something as arts and crafts, maybe a reading bench. It may be, I liked a pathway through a canopy. It may be that this is a garden, and is it what type of garden do we want that? So I think all of these experiences lay into how we create our opportunities to engage with each other as people. And I am hardened in that coming out of the pandemic. I think in the pandemic, people were shut in, and we didn't realize that recreation and park is not a standalone. It's an integral part of public service. we think of, oh, we have transportation. Oh, we think we have public works. Oh, we have engineering. And yes, we do. We have our infrastructure in that, and we have our public safety. But without a viable recreation and park system project, the rest don't connect. So at the end of the day, I think that it is that intersectionality of municipal services, and that recreation and park can really be the glue that brings the diverse community together. I try to think that what took me so long, I'll tell you that I can say it because I have worked in our municipal services. Recreation and park, this is family. It is so grounded. It's like, geez, I wish I would have started in the recreation and park side. And I share that daily with my colleagues, because it doesn't matter your position. I'm not one who really particularly cares about one's civil service classification, this and that, because I value all and I engage with everyone. And I just think we are so fortunate to be able to work where we work, to be able to serve the community.